This is crazy, bro. Let me tell you a story how I started with spirituality. So, like everyone, I started with meditating, and it was around 7 years ago, quite at the beginning of my meditating journey, where I had this experience where I meditated and sat in my chair. But after some minutes, it felt like I got out of my body and saw myself from up there from a 3D perspective. This is where I really started to get interested in spirituality. Here are 20 ways you can get more spiritual. So let's start with the mindsets. Most people, they say things like, I am smart, I am ugly, I am social, I am introverted. But instead of attributing all these things onto yourself, why don't you just think, I am? Because if you just say, I am, then you are present in the current moment. And this is another mindset. You tune in into the source of yourself, into this one source where everything you are comes from. Another concept you can use is radical acceptance. So there will be a lot of things, good and bad, that happen in your life. And instead of getting angry at those situations and sad, why don't you just accept them? But it goes even further than this. You can also accept the bad emotions, like sadness or anger or shame, because they give life its flavor. Imagine how boring life would be if there were only happy and joy as emotions. The sad emotions make life worth living, as well as the good, the happy emotions. Yeah, I don't know if this is a mindset, but be mindful of what is right now. Don't try to think about the future, because things will anyway be different than you think, and the worst case scenarios you have in your head won't happen. There are even studies which tell you that 85% of the worst case scenarios you think about won't happen. So don't worry. Yeah, what are some practical steps to get more spiritual? Of course, meditation, which basically means just focus on one single thing at a time. So, one thing I did a lot in the last few days is, when you are on your PC, instead of having 7 programs open or 7 tabs in your browser, always have just one thing open. Focus on one thing. You can even do this with your senses. If you listen to something, close your eyes and just listen. Don't have your eyes open and watch other things, just listen. Just one thing. Another thing you can do is fulfilling your purpose. So this sounds woo-woo, but it basically means just focus on solving the next problem ahead. So if you have a headache at the moment, your purpose for this moment is to get rid of the headache. And if you got rid of it, there will be a new problem. And if you get rid of this new problem, there will be a new one. But with every problem you solve, you get closer and closer to your purpose, to the core of your being. A lot of things can also be done with breathing. Can breathe deeply into your balls. There is a lot of tension in your body stored up over a lot of years, and if you breathe deeply, this tension can go away. There are other breathing techniques you can use, like 4 seconds in, hold for 4 seconds, 4 seconds out, and hold for 4 seconds. Or 4 seconds in, 7 seconds holding of the breath, and 8 seconds out. Maybe you heard of the Wim Hof breathing, where you breathe very fast and in as much as you can, which gives your brain a lot of oxygen and can also help you heal from trauma. Trauma is also a big thing in spirituality. So you can maybe use this tapping technique, maybe this helps you, or this another form of tapping where you tap your breast or also your shoulders, maybe this helps you. Of course you can pray to whichever God you like. Can read spiritual text. I really like the book The Way of the Superior Man, but of course you can read the Bible or the Quran. I would advise you to spend time in nature. In a fasted state, some of the clearest thinking I had in my life was when I fasted for 16 to 24 hours. But you can also eat things like meat, which makes you able to be very clear in your head. Of course, do hard stuff, because this helps you experience your body. This shows you how capable you are as a human being on a physical but also on a mental basis. So I think those are some of the best things I did in my 24 years as a spiritual being. I hope this helped you. If you want to talk about spirituality, click the link in the bio for a call with me. It's free at the moment. Leave a comment about what you thought about this video, and see you in the next one.